Oh my goodness, my gorgeous Taurus, at the beginning of this week, I have to tell you that this is quite important because you are coming back home to yourself. This is important. When I say that you're coming back home to yourself, now from this week, you will understand that your energy and vibration is going to change in the best possible way. And you are going to really feel such a need, such an urge to suddenly work on something very specific and something very particular. And this in itself, it's to do with a new project, but it's the new project where you put yourself as a number one and you work on yourself. This is so important. So now suddenly you are going to feel like how much you want to do for yourself, and now suddenly you're going to feel really inspired. You're going to have all these ideas. Now suddenly you will want to kind of investigate so many different things that you wanted to investigate for such a long time, but something was always stopping you, something was always preventing you from doing it. And this means that you had to like kind of go over the certain stages of your life until you kind of reach this moment in time, this point where karmically you have like kind of learned something very specific, very important, very significant, much needed, like very much needed in your life along the way in order to kind of face this situation right now. So this in itself, like you wanting to work on yourself, I mean that, you know, suddenly you will kind of have a sense of urgency, like why didn't I do this before, why didn't I do that before, and things like that. But at the same time you will want to kind of explore your own spirituality. Okay, our own spiritualities are like ridiculously important because this is exactly what we are. We are spiritual. The more we understand our spirituality, the further we're gonna go in this life. The more we understand the power of the actual spirituality, the more successful we are going to be with every single aspect of our lives. So this is why this word spirituality, you know, people are throwing this around about like for anything, but I don't know if people understand sometimes how what an important part of our journey our spirituality is. I'm really sorry, but I'm gonna tell you this: if people are not spiritual, they're like, I mean, come on, it's like I don't even know how to describe people when they're not able to be spiritual. I'm not saying that the people who are not spiritual are horrible. Please don't get me wrong whatsoever. Everybody's having their own path. Everybody is living, you know, is living their own path. Everybody's doing what everybody wants to do. That's absolutely fine. But I'm just telling you that, you know, that sometimes, you know, people, when they don't understand the power of spirituality, sometimes people are never gonna be able to tap into it. Some people are going to, and some people are never. Some people are willing to learn, some people are willing to tap into it, some people are never gonna want to learn whatsoever, and some people are just naturally like amazingly spiritual. But my bottom line is, the bottom line is that spirituality is just like, oh my God, it's like elevates us with every single aspect of our lives, of course. And this is what I'm trying to say. I'm not saying anything wrong or bad or nasty or negative about people who are not spiritual. I'm just trying to help you to understand the power of the actual spirituality. My goodness, the power of spirituality can move the mountains. It's like, oh my God, we can do absolutely anything, absolutely everything, whatever we wish, you know, as long as we put our mind to it, of course. So what I was going to say, my gorgeous Torrini, because this is going to like start awakening you and reawakening you also when it comes to you wanting to do something, like when it comes to your spirituality, whatever you consider as a spirituality, please, you know, it can just kind of be split in so many different ways, in so many different stages, with so many different dimensions, you know what I mean? So, but you are going to be feeling like pretty much so a very specific specific, about something, wanting to explore something to do with your spirituality, whether this is to do like, maybe with the crystals, maybe you're going to do a bit of a tarot cards, maybe you will want to meditate, maybe you will want to ground yourself, maybe you will want to recenter yourself, maybe you will want to visit some nature a little bit, maybe you will go and buy some nice incense, you know what I mean? Maybe you will want to smudge your home. There can be so there can be so many things that can actually come out, but just it's important for you to do this. It's important for you to follow it, when it comes to this, because at the beginning of this week, this is what it's part of this new project. You working on yourself. This is the part of the brand new path, but you need to go with it, okay? And this in itself, it's at the beginning of the week, is indeed going to make you feel like you want to do something very specific when it comes to your spirituality. And the reason why am I talking about it for so long is because you need to plunge into it immediately. You need to dive into it immediately. You need to jump into it immediately. If you don't jump into the water, you're never going to learn how to swim, my gorgeous Torini. Now this is your time to jump and swim. Don't worry about knowing to swim or not knowing to swim. That's the whole point. That's the bottom line here, by trusting yourself within the spiritual terms, indeed. So it's just basically, it's about you plunging into it immediately. And the reason why am I saying this is like, it's because something is going to come to you. You're going to realize something about yourself, something very deep, something really amazing. And it's almost, on one hand, it's about maybe you almost like kind of blaming yourself why you didn't do certain things earlier. Something is going to be highlighted when you do this, when you pay attention to something spiritual that interests you. As soon as you plunge in, it's not only about you expressing yourself in this way and taking care, but also what is going to come to you, a realization, what exactly you need to do, Something is going to be highlighted that you're not happy with yourself by doing something that you have been doing for such a long time, but you're not happy with that, but you're not doing anything. Okay, so this is going to be like a big mama moment here, and you are just going to give a big spiritual slap to yourself at this moment in time. But it's brilliant, it is good, and you're going to love this. You will see exactly what I mean. So something is going to be highlighted that you need to work on, and you have to be honest with yourself. And also, when it comes to that new project, like at the beginning of the week, this is it. It's all about you working on yourself, and this is going to be such a wise choice. You need to understand. And also, like 2 or 3 days later, after that moment in time, you're going to be working on something quite significant, something that makes you feel so good. And I can see that your concentration levels are going to be like pretty much so enhanced. This is going to make an impact into your energy field. When you're working on something really important and it means to you so much, and your concentration levels are really up, it's a sign that it's something to do with a part of your life where you have lots of experience with, so, and you're also going to be kind of enjoying yourself, and you're also like kind of have enough experience to work on something and then do that really great, really well, but then at the same time you're thinking about something else. Do you know what I mean? And this is what I'm talking about, because you're open yourself spiritually in a very different way when you are working on something that means to you so much, that you're really good at, that when your concentration levels are really high up, mixed up with your life experience, you kind of create a very specific energy and vibration which you are sending to the universe, and this is getting back to you in a form of like, you suddenly, it's just gonna come to you like, that you want to kind of make some kind of a very, very brave move here, a very brave step, and you're going to be like, oh my god, I really like kind of surprised myself here, but this is good. This is the sign that things are moving on. So it's going to like some kind of step, it's going to be revealed to you. You're going to feel very strongly about making the certain necessary step, a rather bold move, but also at the same time, at that very second, at that very moment in time, you're also going to have a vision, and it's like, oh my god, like you're going to have like, oh my god, like a glimpse, of your future, of your near future, like that. and you're going to be like, oh my God, I felt it completely differently. I felt it on a completely different level. And this is what am I talking about. This is exactly what am I talking about. How important this is going to be. It's like, oh my God. So at the time when you feel such a powerful concentration, you know, something is just out of the blue completely going to come to you. That's what I'm trying to say. Like suddenly you're going to feel very brave and very strong to make this kind of like a very bold move. Normally you would be like, no baby, no, this will put you off. But now you will know that this is the right thing to do. And at the same time, as I said, that vision that you're gonna have almost instantly, it's like boom, 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 boom. A few different like parts of your very near future are gonna be like very vivid in your mind. You will be able to feel this energy and vibration, but you're not gonna be able to understand where this is coming from. Your spirit guides, your guardian angels, your subconscious mind, it's preparing you, my gorgeous Taurini, slowly but surely to take this journey. Okay, important. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Taurinich, you know, you are going to need to accept this, you know, like, oh God, you know, you are going to become aware of someone really kind of not really nice. You're going to become aware of someone really horrible. You're going to be thinking about this person who's like a lying and cheating and not being honest with people, being really dishonest, somebody like who you know and somebody who you are aware of, somebody who is in your life. You're going to hear something about that person, and this is really kind of gonna like make you feel a little bit sad, because you're gonna become aware of that person doing something really stupid and negative. But also at the same time, this is not gonna make you feel really good, because it's just going to show the face of this person in a completely different light, in the actual light that you're not gonna kind of really like whatsoever. It's a lot to do with a certain person being rather dishonest to you and maybe lying to you. So you're gonna become aware of someone actually who lied to you and being a little bit dishonest to you, but it doesn't really matter, because it's almost as if you knew this, you were aware of this, you were prepared for this, you were waiting for this. So you just need to understand that you have to accept this person and this situation for what it is. Nothing is gonna change here, you know, and I think that you will know exactly what I mean. As soon as you become aware of who was lying to you, then at the same time you have to accept this. The sooner you accept this, the better it's going to be. The sooner you accept this, the happier you're going to be. The sooner you accept this, the sooner you're going to be able to move on. And even more so, the sooner you accept this, the process of a spiritual awakening, it's about to go on a completely different level, which means that you know very, very clearly, you will be knowing now which option is actually really good for you as well. This is going to lead towards you understanding this is for the best, but at the same time, normally you will have a clouded mind, clouded mind. You would have like a rather clouded mind, because there would be like quite few different options that would normally like kind of get you. It's to do with a few different, this being connected to like a few different options. And these few different options that I'm talking about, normally this would stress you out so much, because all these few different options that I'm talking about, it's something that you were thinking about very intensely within like about 5 or 6 months ago, and you just kind of stepped away from these options because it was too cloudy. You just didn't know which is the right option to do, so you went a little bit here, a little bit there, a little bit here, a little bit there, but it was just like you were just bouncing back like a little tennis ball, you know, like, but you weren't kind of like, it was very difficult for you to understand which kind of option to go for. So now this is really going to clear the air. So it's like maybe, you know, like let's say that if you're facing like a few different options, and then you just have to kind of step back and chill out, calm down a little bit, and then like kind of ground yourself, recenter yourself, take your time, and then you know which option to go for. Follow your intuition, but at the same time, it's so important not to overanalyze whatsoever. So the bottom line here is, my gorgeous Taurin, is that, you know, you accepting that situation, that person not being honest and lying something. You see where is it going to lead to? It's going to lead towards you knowing which option is actually really good for you and which option would be the best for you. And I know that this sounds really, really crazy, but this would normally be like very cloudy, and you wouldn't kind of like really, you wouldn't have a confidence and strength to know, let alone to actually go for it. So now this is going to kind of like really bring you the revelation of an option that you should go for, and normally you would just be like absolutely uncertain. So this in itself is bringing a remarkable balance into your life that was missing for way too long, you know. And it is all like kind of bringing this optimistic feeling and vibration of, oh, I wonder what is going to happen next. But you are gonna go into that mode of you being rather excited about yourself and your future after this moment in time. By the time you get to the last part of this week, my gorgeous Torini, by the time you get to the last part of this week, it's like this very powerful male person, but very unusual male person. On one hand, this male person is someone who is rather professional, but on another hand, this male person is someone who is also rather spiritual. You know, this person is like a bit of a marmite, you know, marmite, you know, in England they say marmite, you know, you either love it or you either hate it, you know, it's like a marmite, it's this product, I don't know if everybody knows this, but it's Marmite, it's this product, and some people absolutely love it and some people absolutely hate it. And this is what the saying is here. It's, you know, it's like that person is like a Marmite, do you know what I mean? You either love her or you either hate her, do you know what I mean? So this person is like a Marmite. So you some people love this man and some people can't stand this man, type of thing, but you love this man. Who am I talking about? And this is going to be quite obvious. That man is inspiring you in so many different ways, and I'm loving this man because you are through him going to understand some kind of depression and sadness and anxiety that you've been through for so long that was affecting you, and this little bit of sadness, depression and little bit of anxiety was making you to do certain things that are bad for you, you know. So you will understand this through that man, that you have to like kind of snap out of it. Now it's time, you need to snap out of it. And it's also what you're gonna understand, that you know you are the only one who can do something like this in your life. So you're gonna understand and realize that you need to snap out of something like immediately. That's important when it comes to your life, important when it comes to your spiritual journey, important when it comes to your development. And it's ridiculously important because you are, my gorgeous Torini, the only person who can actually do something about it. And also this process, you will understand what do you need to do. You just need to snap out of it, and that is really going to lead towards someone very beautiful, slowly but surely. Someone very beautiful, it's very gorgeous, it's about to walk into your life. And this gorgeous person who is about to walk into your life, I'm saying that this person is gorgeous, like not necessarily how they look, but beautiful person when it comes to their personality, when it comes to their spirituality, when it comes to who they are. Someone very special is about to start, you know, walk into your life after this moment in time. It is not going to happen this week, but you will know as soon as you understand through this man what to do and what you need to snap out of. As soon as you're completely honest with yourself, as soon as you decide to move on, this is going to create a pathway where this really beautiful and wonderful person is going to come into your life. This person is going to inspire you in so many different on so many different levels. You know, you're going to learn a lot through this person, and this person is going to learn a lot through you as well. So there is someone very special about to walk into your life, and sometimes you know, specific people in our lives are very important, and they do have this power to actually be so beneficial when it comes to them, like changing our lives, you know, for the better, you know, forever, literally. So when we are talking about the right people, of course. So now, my gorgeous Torini, I'm just going to see what is going to be an oracle card of the week. Okay, so what is going to be an oracle card of the week, my gorgeous Torini? What is going to be an oracle card of the week? Okay, oops. Community. This is very important because you see this card, community. There is going to be a group of people that you will come across this week. This group of people that you are going to come across is going to be so important because there is something that you are going to hear. There is something that you're going to find out. There is something that you're going to become aware of. And what are you going to become aware of? It's going to be like mind-blowing, because you will know how to help to someone who means to you so much, to someone who is going through something so difficult, so sad and so negative. You will really be able to not only to help someone in your life that you were worrying about, but you will be able to change their life immediately, because it's about a remarkable, mind-blowing healing energy that I'm talking about. What you're going to find out, it's, oh my God, it's going to change the life of somebody else in your life who means the world to you, who means everything to you. And the fact that this is going to change somebody else's life in your life, it's in itself going to change your life too, because that person means to you so much. This is going to be a wonderful moment in time, but it also shows how beautiful people you are, my gorgeous Taurinis. You are nothing but selfish. You're so emotional. You're so beautiful. Very often you put other people as a number one, even like above your own self. You are really going to be rewarded for this, because it looks like to me you are about to save somebody's life, and oh my God, that is gonna get back to you multiplied. Trust me. Okay, my gorgeous Torini, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, lots of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. Love you. Bye.